motherfuckers, it's the Master Marks, and I'm coming back with another mother-loving, motherfucking live video. Shout out to the AEW Pack Smokers and the Master Marks Militia in the chat and the motherfuckers in the live chat. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the current video that you're watching, and turn on the push notifications so you know every single time we drop a video. And if you are an AEW Pack Smoker, we appreciate you listening to this shit. Make sure you also like the video and share it with your mama, your auntie, your cousin, somebody who you're not getting a Christmas gift this year. Get this to them as a Christmas gift if you can't afford a Christmas gift. It happens. It just happens. It happens. We've all been there. So, you know, give them the gift of masked up marks for Christmas. Ho, ho, ho. Merry motherfucking Christmas. All right. So today's video is simply titled, Tony Khan is worst for business. And I'm just getting off work when I'm recording this, so. Tony Khan is worst for business. Now let's first start off this video by putting a disclaimer out there. This is not something to just hate on Tony Khan because of. We're not Tony Khan haters. We don't have no hatred or ill feelings towards Tony Khan because, truthfully, I believe that Tony Khan is a good person. He just doesn't, he has good intentions. He just doesn't know what to do with things that he receives. And when I say that, I simply mean Tony Khan is the type of dude who is a people pleaser. And since he likes to please people, he is also a fan of wrestling. So when you're a fan, a people pleaser, you got a lot of money and you get to be around people that, in all honesty, you never really would get to be around if you didn't wave your money around and have them dance at your football team's game or in their arena. Tony Khan is a people pleaser. And that simply is not best for business. Tony Khan is the type of dude who will go get a wrestler who wasn't successful in the most successful wrestling company that was ever created. Now, he'll go get some people that were successful, but they were successful 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 15 years ago. Their fan base has moved on. Their fan base has grown to a different level in their life where they probably don't even give a fuck about wrestling anymore. Now, CM Punk fans, which we don't talk about a lot about CM Punk, because God forbid I have to do that. Good Lord. But Tony Khan's lack of knowing between business and pleasure is why he is mainly not best for business. Because you can't mix business and pleasure. Now, I'm not saying that Tony Khan is a freaky deek like Deshaun Watson, or he's a freak like, just call him R. Y'all know who the R is. Or he's one of them freaks that like, sniffing girls' feet after they wear their shoes. Not saying that he's one of those type of pleasure indulgers, which he could be. Hey, he got people over there, if he swing that way. I ain't never seen him with a chick. Somebody say I'm wrong in the comment section, but have y'all ever seen Tony Khan with a chick? Allegedly. We don't necessarily know. But anyways, Tony Khan doesn't know the difference between business and pleasure. And with that is the reason why he's not best for business. Now, some people can say, oh, well, Vince McMahon didn't know the difference between business and pleasure. That's not the right answer. Because Vince McMahon chose to go do the pleasure after the business was handled. Now, I'm not supporting anything that is against somebody's will or assault or any of those things or any allegations that may be out there about Vince McMahon. We're just speaking about Masked Up Mark shit as a, bookers and shit like that. In the business of wrestling, the business of marketing, the business of it just depends on what you're trying to market to, because if you're marketing OnlyFans, you can choose pleasure over business. That's the only kind of the one that or porn, shit like that. You can market pleasure over business. But when you're in a big business, a corporation, a company that is associated with other companies, you have to choose business over pleasure, which means the money comes before the friendships. And that is a big reason why Tony Khan is not best for business, why he's worst for business. Because somebody will befriend him, which in this world we all fucking know. People will be your friend just to get within. Pause. And I ain't talking about within, you know what I'm saying. People will be your friend just to get within. Basically, what that means is people will befriend you to get what you got. The money, the opportunity, the light, the clout, even charisma. People will be around you to take charisma from you. And this is the reason why Tony Khan is worse for business. Because all these guys got to do for Tony Khan to sign him to a big contract is give him a hug, say they his friend, say they like him. And Tony Khan, he'll be a people pleaser. Like, that's his biggest flaw. Tony Khan wants to be liked so much by wrestlers that he ain't liked by casual wrestling fans, by the wrestling crowd, by the people who pay money to put their ass cheeks in his seats. He's pleasing wrestlers by paying them big money and giving them big contracts and giving them opportunities to, try to excel in AEW. But the problem with that is he's not producing a product that would please the fans. And if you're not pleasing your fans, your company is in the same spot that it's always been in. AEW and Tony Khan have been in this 288,000, 812,000 limit when it comes to views or viewership for almost 3 years now. You still not pushing 1 million views. How? How aren't you bringing in new fans? See, that's the thing. You're not bringing in new fans because you're not doing anything to make people pay attention. There is more than just blood and guts that makes wrestling fans pay attention. Because guess what? And I'm just going to give you some free game. ECW was a very blood and guts-esque company. What happened to ECW? Now, Paul Heyman didn't have a fans like Tony Khan did. No disrespect to Paul. Shout out to Paul Heyman. We fuck with Paul Heyman over here. He's a legend. He deserves his Hall of Fame. But being truthful, Paul Heyman didn't have a fans that Tony Khan got. So Tony Khan ain't got to worry about paying people. But his company staying around should be the biggest worry. Because look at ECW. They are a very blood and guts-esque wrestling company. And what happened to ECW? They went to WWE. Yes, they got views, and yes, they had a hardcore fanship and hardcore fans and people who scream, EC-Dub, EC-Dub, EC-Dub all fucking day. But why isn't ECW still in business? No growth. Yes, Paul Heyman can book some shit. That's another thing Paul Heyman got over Tony Khan. But there isn't any growth past what they were. WWE didn't have to do too much growing currently, don't have to do too much growing currently because they've grown. They've done it all. What more can WWE do right now? I mean, they've produced quality wrestling shows for decades. They've turned people from just guys from their state into superstars. You think if Dave Bautista went to AEW that he would be as successful as he is, or as he currently is, from being in WWE? You know, Dave Bautista was in his 30s, 30 plus. Went to WWE, had the rocket ship put on him. Of course, he was in OVW and stuff like that, or I think it was OVW. It should have been OVW. Put the rocket ship on him. Shoo! Randy Orton is a different story because this is in his blood. They took a guy from Newbury, West Massachusetts, John Cena, gave him the rocket ship, grew him, pushed him, put him in stories that made sense, let him be natural on the mic, have charisma with guidance. Because there's guidance still when it comes to talking on the mic. They still guide you. There's still acting courses you go through in promo classes that you take. But with guidance, John Cena became who he is. Do you think John Cena would be at the level that he is currently right now if he worked for AEW? I don't think so. What about The Rock? What if The Rock was never in WWE and he just came up as a wrestler in AEW? What do you get? You get a charismatic guy who can talk on the mic, who probably will end up being too skinny or skinny, not enough muscle, not enough buffness, not enough appeal to women. And he'll be a jobber. Or, on the other case, you'll get a guy like Ricky Starks, who has tons of charisma, who deserves to be on the main roster, could be a decent Intercontinental Champion, but he's stuck in AEW. That's what you'll get. That's why Tony Khan is worse for business. Because people who are stars in WWE would starve in AEW. And that's fucking facts. You put Bianca Belair in AEW, what the fuck is going to happen with her? Where is what? Red Velvet. Where'd she go? The other African-American girl that was over there. The one that everybody be thirsting after. The one who don't even like men. Folk be thirsting thinking they can hit, but she don't even like dudes. Pause. What would happen to Charlotte Flair over there? Absolutely nothing. It'd be a hug, a smile, a championship, and then she gets beat by Riho. And that's no disrespect to Riho, because I ain't got no issue with Riho. I mean, she's a cruiserweight women's wrestler or a Joshi wrestler. It is what it is. But that's what would happen. If you work in WWE, you become a star. If you work in AEW, you damn near starve. And I'm not talking about financially starving, but starving in life, in growth, in success, in the next level. Wrestlers who wrestled, not all of them are wanting to be like Terry Funk. Rest in peace to the Funk. R.I.P. Terry Funk, Funkster. Chainsaw Charlie. Some people want more in life. I mean, Mick Foley isn't just Mick Foley because he jumped off of a cage or Cactus Jack. He's written books. And they have been successful. Do you think anybody in AEW could write a book and it would be successful? And we're not talking about WWE legends who took a check to keep their lives going where they were at previously. No. Because AEW don't make stars. And it isn't just their fault. It's not a person like Wardlow's fault why he isn't where he needs to be. Wardlow should be in the same position Batista was in. What's the difference? Same, good size, decent look, pause. Why isn't Wardlow in the same position Batista was in? What is Wardlow doing? Nothing. That's why Tony Khan is worse for business, because he doesn't know how to do business. And if you can't do business and you focus too much on smiles, waves, and hugs and pleasure, your company ain't going to be successful. Yeah, you put some asses in seats, but it's not enough asses in seats for people to keep going, for new people to come. They had a promo going on when they was giving out hamburgers and hot dogs and free tickets to AEW. That's like one of them high school gym wrestling shows. They should not be doing that. At this level where AEW is at, with that much TV time and that much internet access, you should not be giving out hot dogs and hamburgers and tickets. If you buy a hamburger, I'll give you a ticket to the AEW show. That's the most ignorant ass shit I ever heard in my fucking life. So you telling me I could go buy one fucking hot dog and then go to an AEW show? That's type of shit that companies that haven't been around should be doing. Companies that's been around for 2 weeks. There was a wrestling company that was in my state. It was a couple cities over, right? They was, to keep the show running, they had to sell raffle tickets. That's the equivalent of that. And I know they didn't have the fun as Tony Khan got. That's why Tony Khan is worse for business, because he don't know how to handle business. He can talk about it, but he ain't walking. He can say whatever you want. He can say whatever you want. But saying is not the same as doing. And if you're not doing better than you were doing last year, what are you doing? Where is your growth? Like me, for instance, myself, right? In my personal life, I dedicate myself to be better than I was the previous year. And that's not for anybody else. That's just for me. So as a person who owns a big business company, why in the hell wouldn't you do the same thing? Why would you want to be the same thing you was last year? If not worse. Because, I mean, I don't give a fuck about CM Punk, but CM Punk, I guess, got them money, kept the TV deals around. Somebody at WB was fucking with CM Punk. Somebody in TNT was fucking with CM Punk, and now who they fucking with? I wonder. I ain't gotta say nobody now. Y'all know who the fuck they fucking with. If I, a person who has a wrestling channel, and I appreciate all of y'all motherfuckers who subscribe to the channel, if I, who have a smaller wrestling channel that's on the rise or growth, and I choose to not be the same person I was last year, why is somebody who's a big business with bigger funds and bigger money not doing the same? You had a chance to sign Sasha Banks. Nobody would have gave a fuck, but what'd you do with that? You blew it. You did a lot of talking and not enough walking. And for a person like Sasha Banks, she in it for the bread. And to see how far she could get her name out there. WWE, as much as I'm not a fan of Sasha Banks, WWE treat her like a star. Would she get treated like an AEW? Like she's starving. This has been Master Marks. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, tell us if you hate us, and tell us if you love us. And leave a comment in the comment section. Let us know what you think about Tony Khan as a businessman. At the end of the day, Tony Khan is worse for business. And at this point, his father needs to tell him, like, hey, bro, you need to hire somebody to do this because you're not cutting it. This ain't working. But who knows? They own the Jaguars, and look at the damn Jaguars. Like I said, this has been Master Marks. Shout out to the AEW Pack Smokers and the motherfucking Master Marks Militia. We got videos still coming to y'all and my motherfucking dogs. Also, if you want to donate to the channel, we do accept super chats, super likes, super stickers, PayPal, Mastermarks, Cash App, Mastermarks. If you want to donate to the channel, you can go ahead. I'm trying to actively work on these AEW Pack Smoker shirts. They coming soon. Just wait on it. I promise y'all I will get them out soon by next year. I said when I hit 1,000, I'm going to fucking give out the AEW Pack Smoker shirts. So I'm going to make sure that I actually get some out. Fuck Tony Khan. Oh, there you go again. Burping in the damn video. Fuck AEW. Shout out to the AEW Pack Smokers. Tony Khan, it's time for you to learn how to successfully run a business without looking like a mark. I'm out this bitch.
Get your bank up, cash right now.